Hey fellow backyard boyers, Nick here. I've been getting a lot of requests to do a throwing knife video. So I was at my local Harbor Freight and I was looking at different things and I came across this pry bar. Now this is a 15-inch, quarter-inch thick pry bar and it was only $3. So I picked it up and today I'm going to show you guys how to turn this into a nice 9-inch throwing knife. Let's get started. And for this build, we're only going to be using one power tool, and that's the Harbor Freight angle grinder that we used on the workhorse video. We'll start off by finding the flattest portion of the pry bar and measuring out 9 inches. Then with the cutoff wheel, we'll cut off the ends of the pry bar so that we're left with a nice flat bar. From there we can use the rough flat sanding disc to make sure that the surface is nice and uniform when we take all the paint off so that we can draw our design on the surface of the steel. Now that the steel is cleaned up, we can go ahead and sketch our design. The first thing you want to do is find the center point because you want the blade and the handle to be the same length, and that's about 4.5 inches on this knife. Now the handle is 3/4 inch across its narrowest point and 1 inch wide on the thickest point near the end. Now that the design is all laid out, it's time to start cutting the shape of the knife out. You want to cut as much as you can using the cutoff wheels because this steel is very tough and it's pretty hard to grind. So the more you can take off with the cutoff wheel, the better. Once you've got as much as you can off with the cutoff wheel, switch to the grinding wheel and true up the profile. Once the profile is trued up, we'll go in and add bevels to the edges. Now we're just doing this so that it'll help with the looks of the knife and also help the front edge stick a little better and make it thinner. But we don't want to actually put a real edge on this. We're just bringing the edges down till they're about a 1/16 of an inch thick, and then the next step will be rounding it off. Now that the knife is ground to shape and the edge bevels are roughed in, it's time to refine the balance and get everything where you want it to be. To check the balance, take the knife and place it on your finger. The point where it balances is the balance point, and right now the knife is a little on the handle heavy side. I want this knife to be balanced, so I'm going to take material off of the handle. I'm going to radius the handle, make it nice and smooth and look a little better. And I'm also doing this to take away some weight. And remember, the more you take off the back end, the more weight you'll take away. And just keep checking to make sure that your balance is where you want it to be. Once the knife is balanced, I can take my medium flat sanding disc and put my finish. We're going for a nice satin finish on this. I'm just going to round everything off. And the only thing that's going to be sharp is the tip. You want to make sure that the tip is nice and acute. You want it to have a little bit of body to it so that it won't bend when it hits a target, but at the same time you don't want it to be too blunt or it's not going to stick well. Here's the knife we made all finished up, and here are the two knives I was throwing. I really hope you guys had fun making this knife with me today, and if you have any suggestions for other knife videos you'd like to see or other videos in general, just let me know in the comments below. If you guys are into these sorts of projects, I've got a whole bunch of projects. You can just check out my channel here on YouTube. I do all kinds of things. I've been getting into knives, but I do a lot of archery videos, how to make PVC bows, atlatls, and that sort of thing. And I've also written several books on different topics, and if you want to check those out, I've got links in the description below. So check that out. Let me know what you think. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.